Welcome back to my whiskey pick of the week. You know I'm Eric the Whiskey Guy, and as always, as usual, and as advertised. Oh, am I bringing you a treat this week? This week is no different. This week we're going out west. We're going to the Wild Wild West. We're gonna be trying the Smoked Wagon Straight Bourbon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, get your two pistols up, put them in the air for the Smoked Wagon Straight Bourbon. I'm really excited to see how this bottle tastes. It's definitely a unique bottle and brand. I believe the company itself, they bottle it in Indiana, but it's stored and aged, distilled in the downtown Las Vegas area. So it definitely has that out west feel to it, the mystique of the old west. So I'm very excited. This is definitely a intriguing bottle. Like I said, they bottle it in Indiana, then they send it out west, which kind of, anytime you got brands and bottles that source from different locations, it kind of takes the fun out of wanting to try new whiskeys and bourbons. Let's say, for an example, you at the store, you're looking on the shelf and you see a whiskey from Hawaii. You see some Hawaiian whiskey. That might catch your eye a little bit. You gonna see probably on the bottle, you'll probably see like a surfboard or a big wave, and you may even say to yourself, like, wow, this is Hawaiian whiskey. And then you look on the bottle and it says something like bottled in Gary, Indiana. If you see that, all that interest you had, it pretty much just kind of deflates right out of you. You kind of just slowly put the bottle back. But we're gonna see how this one is. You can't judge a book by its cover. You definitely can't judge a bottle by the wording, I guess. So we just gonna dive right into it. Now, with that saying, all that aside, this bottle definitely has a old school Wild Wild West feel to it. I like it. It's kind of like one of those old school saloons where you rode up in a horse somewhere in the middle of nowhere, like Sturgis or somewhere. You order a shot of whiskey. This definitely got that feel to it, that mid 1800s, late 1800s. They were dealing with the Great Depression. It seemed like since they started until like gold came around. But other than that, it's just a desolate area. You got the hay barrels just flying in the wind down the street. We talking Wild Wild West. It definitely has that feel to it. And just to give you a little history on it, Smoked Wagon is actually a nickname to the Colt pistol. So it's definitely a two-gunner, two-pistol carrying, and we all know how crazy and wild the Wild Wild West was. So just imagine if we still live like that in today's society. You at your local bar and you get into an argument over the trivia or shooting pool with somebody, and then you just hear somebody just say, you better have your smoke wagon on you. I may be like, you know what? Hey, you never mind. We even. You don't owe me a beer. I'ma just, matter of fact, after this drink, I'm leaving anyway. Then you go out in your car. You be like, hey, no, the only time I didn't bring my smoke wagon. So that's kind of unique, and a lot of people know that's where even the word shots came from back out west. If you couldn't pay for your shot, you exchanged it for a bullet. One bullet was a shot. So when they say give me a shot, that's where they pretty much got it from. So we gonna dive right into it. Now, this bottle is 92 proof. It's around $30, so it's in your average range. If I had to compare it to the one that I've had, I say it's comparable, like just on paper, with the 2XO. This one was released around 2019. I believe the 2XO is right around that same. I think they 2022, but they're both 90 proof. So it's right in that. It'd be right in that category on paper, but we don't know how it tastes yet. Now, I think a Wild Wild West whiskey or bourbon should only be in a shot glass. It's only right to do it in a shot glass, but I'm gonna do it in a carrying glass. You know, it's kind of like I know the old cowboys. They looking down on me like probably your answers are when you're making Thanksgiving dinner using air fryers and pressure cookers. Now it definitely has that straight bourbon. I'm not gonna say that straight Kentucky bourbon, but it definitely got a straight bourbon. You can tell it's in the region. It's definitely a smooth pour. It doesn't really have that bourbon bite that I kind of look for. This tastes more on like on a Scotch level, but it's definitely a drink. It's definitely a bottle that you can do shots. So if you want to old time while you're playing cards and drink on a little Wild Wild West in shot glasses, you won't go wrong. Maybe because it's probably only been aged for a couple of years. I like bourbon at least 4 years is my preference of the bare minimum. This may be, I want to say, probably just 2 years. So it's still got some maturing to do, but they probably just wanted to push it out. But it tastes like a young bourbon. If I had to, on a scale, I give it a 6.5, 7. It's not a bad bourbon. It is, every bourbon has its own way to navigate. Like it ain't a horrible one, but you got so many that's in that range. $30, that's way better. The 2XO, the Blue Note, you can put that up there. You can even put the Evan Williams single barrel if you can find it. Those are 3 that I'll put above this. So but the bottle's eye candy, so it's definitely something that I wouldn't mind having around. But it's just not really my cup of whiskey. I just want to give a shout out to my wife Jennifer Elliott for everything that she's done. She's basically my executive producer, my camera woman, the babysitter for the dogs when I'm filming. All this would not be possible without her help. It's something that she definitely does not have to do, but she does it anyway. So I just want to take this time just to say that I appreciate what you do, so I'm able to expand on my little collection hobby that I got going on. So with that being said, hey, this is my pick of the week. We're gonna do it all again next weekend. Y'all have a wonderful day.